But when you actually have pressure on a system, you find out that there is a leak right there. I'm not messing with it right now. The turbine is set as slow as it will go. And she's telling me something's going by. I don't know what it is yet. Hey, that's one of them little ASVs with a mulcher head on it. Okay, that's the little gun, folks. That's the little gun we had a hard time running last year. That would not come in on its own. And it's a turning. And we didn't have this many leaks on here either, but I have no idea what kind of pressure we're running. Right now, both guns are running. And I'm hoping that one's still shooting good. I got one more gun we can put out if we got a spot, which we might. It's the little soft hose traveler. It's a pain in the ass, but if that's what we got to run on this pump, that's what we'll run on this pump. So for right now, we're going to soak some ground. Oh yeah, anybody that never saw this before, we changed our hitch because those hitches suck. Oh yeah, if you can see it, there's a stream shooting straight out the other side of the sprinkler. That's because the drain valve's still open. That's one reason it's so wet down here. But there's the other one. We're going to go up there and I'll show you how it's doing. Yeah, he's turned south, so he's got to be. Yep, going to disappear. There he went.
Dropping in the tree.
Look, we get another airdrop right here. Wings are flapping. Hey, you want to see him come back up, Ty? Look over the top of your car here in a minute. He'll come back up there.
Maybe.
He's probably going to. He could actually be going in that far drop. That canyon, the other side of the canyon.
Still coming down the hill over here.
Somebody without tires.
No, I'm in the smoke.
Yeah.
Yep, there he is.
Oh, one eye can see him.
Oh, there's the flashy light that we see.
I see something, but he should be headed the other direction if you drop.
He's gonna do another circle and drop again.
But they usually dump it all at once.
They haven't been on here. They've been circling twice, Dad.
Oh. Must have two tanks. Like the old
There
ones
he
just had one
is.
that was like a bombardier.
Yeah.
It's funny you can't hear him over somebody's freaking leaf blower.
No, now you can hear him.
Yeah. And then why in the hell is somebody out there with a leaf blower?
Unless they're blowing the fire back at itself.
Actually, something I did see was a backpack leaf blower with a water tank on top of it. And boom. And I saw it like a month ago on some video. Look, what happens when you spend the money and you put a brand new freaking seal in because the old one was shot. We show about 90 pounds on the gauge. But this is pumping out through the bushing and out the backside too. It's like, what the hell? It shouldn't be able to get there. So then I'm wondering maybe whoever put the last seal in put it in backwards, because I just put it in the way it was because I can't find anything else to show me how to do it. But yeah, that's freaking great. It's pumping all the grease out. I ain't gonna mess with it right now. We're gonna get a piece of tin on here so we quit dousing the gearbox. And yeah, we're shitting to the property line anyway. I should have gotten closer to the fence, but you know, without throwing a piece of pipe out here. And yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, it's hitting the trees on the neighbors. We're at least getting the edge of them. And I'm hitting, got it set, we're hitting the other neighbors. We're getting into those fir trees okay, so. That means it'll get clear through all this. Soak this down good. The other one is, there's a black hose down there. And I can hear it. Oh, I can see it. It's right there in that little notch. Right there in the middle. And there's the other end of it. So we probably have enough pressure to be able to run that other gun. So if we got enough pressure to run the other one, maybe we'll find another one of these, but a little smaller would be good. This one should actually, if we leave it at this end of the field, we should be able to get almost to the other end, if not all the way there. And that's how we want to run it, but without letting a bunch of line out. And this is the side we want to get wettest. So this is where it's going to run for now. We'll go from there. Yeah, we should be able to get you a shot of an airplane. Oh, there he is. If I can find him. He's right there. They had one out here this morning, and they cut him loose like at noon because they thought maybe he could do more work somewhere else. And here not very long ago, they just called 2 in. So there's 2 of them. I think he's making a turn over the top, but maybe he's got to go back to the airport for fuel. Who knows? Unless he flies over the top of me in a minute. But no, they've been running 2 for the last couple hours. And, you know, we're stuck in the smoke and the fires up there. Not all that far away from us in Clackamas County. They got a much bigger fire going on. And it's, you know, it's already evacuated a few cities. You know, I mean, they're not huge cities, but they're still fair-sized for here. And Clackamas County Fire District announced that they are done trying to fight it. They can't. So they have disengaged from it. They're stepping back to make another game plan. And Oregon State Forestry was involved with that also, and they have chosen to do the same. So when State Forestry backs out of something, pretty much you're screwed. I mean, I look at it this way. There's enough construction equipment and logging equipment around that right now is not working in the woods. They just need to pony up and say, hey, boys, we need some help. And whether they cut back to, hell, Interstate 205 is a good place, or the Clackamas River, or whatever river is next to them. Take a step back and go. You know, I mean, even up here, this fire, if it keeps going south, it's going to hit the Willamette River if it goes through Newburgh. But I think this is going to be it for tonight. I did have another clip earlier, but it wasn't so good. Number 1 got a little bit earlier, and I think it finally does show the plane leaving. It wasn't as smoky then. You could actually see it. And shortly after she did that one, he came over, almost over here. I mean, it was, you could see the plane really good. You could read the numbers. That's how close he was. But for now, you know, it is what it is. And I think we're going to go down and take that little gun and just drag the hose back out. I can't slow it down enough like the big one. And let it run the same path. And set the timer on the pump and let her shut off before there's an issue. And start over in the morning. Figure out where to go and what to do. Hey, if you notice, look, there's no hopper in the middle of the yard. It's tucked around the corner, so we got room in the yard. I was gonna move the header trailer up on the hill by the combine and call that good, and bring the tractor and disc down. But I think I can go up where our barn is up there. I think I can do some good up there to help them out if they need it. But I also, sounds like they got that line pretty well stabilized. And what I've heard up that way, sounds like it did get into the field, and that's no loss at all, really. All it was crap stubble. It was going to get worked up anyway. And it did not get into our tire shop owner. That was his family's place, and he still owns part of it. And what I just heard a little bit ago is it did not get into his place, just into what used to be his rest of their farm. So I say, that's what I know. Appreciate all your comments. everybody texting and messaging and comments and everything. Thanks for watching, everybody.